Hi, it's Terrie Carr, and welcome to the Best of the Box 2018. We had a great year to kick off our 40th with artists stopping by and us hitting the road to hang with them. A huge thanks to cameraman Joho, our artists, for always being open, honest, and giving when I interview them. And of course to you, our listening family, for watching, listening, and engaging. We had such a busy interview year, but here are just a few of my favorite moments from 2018.
It just felt like the right song. You know, it seemed to have every element of the song that shapes a hit song to be a hit song. Something that truly like resonates with people and is memorable. And it was just one of those choruses that I felt was a bit undeniable. Like, you heard it once and you get it. It's a no-brainer. You're singing it for the rest of the day. And when a song speaks to me that way, it's, you know, I feel the right move is to release that, because, and not only that, but it had a little bit more of a melodic factor to it.
Yeah.
And so, you know, again, it wasn't that typical, you know, really gritty, tough, edgy song that Godsmack's used to delivering for the first single, and we wanted to open up some new doors. So we felt like maybe we kick the door open with this one, and then we'll figure out how to walk through it.
Life out here is a lot different than what people would assume, and the pressure gets to be really overwhelming sometimes and overbearing. And I just found myself that the bigger we got, the more unprepared for it I was. I never expected. I mean, think of it. Think of the name Five Finger Death Punch. You know, just think of that. You know, when I first joined the band, and the music and the lyrics I was writing, and I have the utmost respect for people like Corey Taylor and like Jonathan Davis and Chester Bennington and so on and so forth. And I just, at the time, didn't see myself there. And so once that came to fruition, I became a serious recluse.
And hard for you, too, because you didn't see yourself there,
No.
but other people saw you there, which
was
has to be
awkward.
doubly hard.
When somebody's telling you you're godly and that they, like, you've saved their life and this, that, and the other, I'm going, well, who's saving mine? You know, and for me, the only attention I truly found that was worth it from myself. And you know how they say a drunk man will tell no lies? Well, I'm not one to tell lies anyway, so just imagine that on an 11.
Yeah.
And it just got a little bit too much. And not to mention, it just took its toll on me. You know, and people misconstrue this. I don't want anybody to quit drinking or to quit having a good time. If you can do it without hurting someone else or yourself for that matter, bless you. Have fun with it. But myself, I tell everybody, I'm allergic to handcuffs, you know, and it just cost me way too much of my life.
One of the biggest songs from that beginning process that ultimately kind of gave us the platform for what Attention was going to be was the song Get Up, because I wrote the song about Eric, and you know, that was kind of where I was a little bit nervous on crossing the line, you know, from our friendship. It actually did the complete opposite, and it opened up all these doors, because he was very upfront about the fact once Get Up was written, there wasn't a line anymore because we just removed it, and then all the other songs kind of came after Get Up. So that was really the sounding board for what became Attention as an album.
The first Metallica album I ever got was Ride the Lightning. There used to be like this heavy metal Yoda figure called Brad Hadubiak, who used to hang out on the street corner, and he wore the Canadian tuxedo of jean jacket and jeans and Malcolm Young registered haircut with bangs here, and here. And really bad zits, but he knew everything about heavy metal. He was like, for whatever reason, he had all the underground fanzines and stuff, and he was like, you would go almost to him and say, what should we check out? And he would say, you got to check out this band and that band. And then one day he's like, you have to check out Metallica. What's Metallica? Just go check it out. Well, Brad Hadubiak said to check it out. So I remember Ride the Lightning, the album cover with the blue, very stunning. It pops. And then I remember I was on the bus coming home with my friend. He goes, what's that? Metallica? What is Metallica? And I'm like, it's Metallica. He goes, what does that mean? I said, I don't know. And that's the thing, like with Fozzy, you think that's kind of a strange name. Metallica, terrible name at first. But now, of course, it's Metallica. But at the time, you're like, this doesn't mean anything. So go home, giant stereo that my parents had back in the day. A stereo was a piece of furniture. And it had a big lid, and you had to prop it up like a car hood. And so you
guys remember that?
Have it. You got to be like, 35 or older to even know what this is. And then I put the album on. Of course, the first song is Fight Fire with Fire, which starts with like this harpsichord thing. And I'm like, this sucks. Like, what is this? This is like chamber music, like Beethoven. And then, of course, the riff kicks in, and then the drums kick in, and then I was like, oh my God, I have never heard anything like this before in my life. And right off the bat, I was like, this is amazing.
It's interesting because when I started writing the music, it really happened quickly, and so I was trying to figure out what the theme of the record was going to be, and there was one idea that I had, and this is a strange story, but it was an idea that I had sitting in the vault for a while in my head. I was mowing the lawn, of all things.
Really?
And as I'm mowing the lawn, yeah, and I hear, "In the year of the tiger, I won't weep and moan," and I was like, I like that. So I recorded it onto my phone, kind of forgot about it. Didn't know what it meant. I wasn't really sure what the year of the tiger was. Forgot about it. And when I was assembling all the ideas for this record, I reached for that one, and was like, well, I have to decide, what does that mean? What is the year of the tiger? So I looked it up on the Chinese zodiac, and it turned out it was the year that my father passed away, my biological father. So I was like, oh man, this is like the universe telling me it's time to touch on the subject. It was something I tried to do for years, but never could quite do it. And once I kind of allowed myself permission to write about it, the floodgates just kind of.
Well, I don't have to do it alone, so I feel a lot better in that sense. But I don't know. I don't really know if we hold all that much on our shoulders, because of it. I think we just have an understanding of what we're here to do, and we don't plan on changing that anytime soon. So.
Were you surprised when you first heard that, though? Any of you? Were you surprised when you would read a review like, these are the guys that are going to save rock? That's something that is scary.
I still don't really believe it, but we'll see. Down the road,
Well, it's kind of scary, too, because you're like, wait, don't say that. You're putting an undue pressure on us.
Now,
we're a working rock
honestly,
band.
I don't think that we don't, it's not that we don't sense pressure, but we don't seem to falter in the face of pressure. I think because it's just natural. This is something that's really second nature, and there's not anything to it. We just go and do our thing, and that's what it is,
I think that it's a testament to the Cranberries and Dolores' songwriting, and the message, I think, really hit people. And I think also, I think the fact that we did donate the money to her children says a lot about it. It says a lot. The whole story is bigger than the band or just doing a cover. It's really about the rock community as a whole, as you said, where no other genre of music, nothing like this would ever happen or has ever happened in any genre of music ever. And hopefully other people are looking at this and realizing that it's not about money, and it's about giving back, and it's about paying respect and to other artists and having integrity. Again,
and you guys have raised I think it's over $250,000 for the kids, right?
Yeah, well, we gave them we flew them to New York and then presented them with a check for $250,000, and
Whoa.
that's just from the first. That was just the first installment. So as things go along, we're just gonna.
Amazing.
Our goal
Amazing.
is to raise $1 million for them by the end of the year. So we're
Amazing.
hoping. So keep buying the song. Buy it for the holidays are coming.
A lot of
buy it for
bands
them.
wouldn't, and a lot of bands wouldn't be doing that. A lot of bands would be like, "Look, this is our tune. This is a giant tune, and this is our tune, and we're keeping this tune." So I give my hat goes off to you guys for really. You give back, and it comes back for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's just the right thing to do. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. Everything about it felt right in my soul.
We definitely went in and evolved the sound of the band, kind of put ourselves back in our own lane again, and stylistically, and challenged our record company, I think, as well as the fans, with some new sounds and new elements and textures. Still the core of P. Roach is there, but it's like something new and fresh, but then also kind of going back and bringing some more rap back into the music from past records. And it just feels like all things great Papa Roach melded into one record that sounds fresh and current, And so we're having a good run with it. Had 2 number ones. Thank you guys.
Incredible.
For banging P. Roach. It feels good, And now we're out on this headliner, and we're having a lot of sellouts. Like so far out of like the first 4, this will be the 4th show. 3 of them have been sold out.
I collect Sam Cooke memorabilia too, from his Hollywood Hall Walk of Fame to his first record contract, and I have the deal. A change is going to come where he scratched stuff out and he signed it at the end. Yes, a friend of mine was head of his estate, and I'm not supposed to tell it, but I think it's been a long enough time. But yeah, but change is going to come. I feel like not only when I heard the song back then as a child, it changed things, but I think it kind of fits with what's going on in the world now too. Change is always coming, and if you listen to the lyrics of that song, I think kind of fits with what's happening.
And that voice is healing.
Oh,
his voice
Grace
is
is
just,
alive.
you know, you could have the biggest open wound. You listen to that song and that voice.
Amazing.
And,
I have pictures of him too that back in the day they didn't like to have pictures of him with smoking cigarettes, but that's what he was. He was a smoker. So I have all the candid shots of him at the photo shoot, just like burning it down.
Amazing.